Mr. President, while we're waiting for the vote in approximately 15 minutes, I know that Senator Kaine will be coming to the floor to talk about an important post-secondary educational remediation reform. But I wanted to comment on the 21 million federal employees whose personnel records have been hacked by, it looks like, a foreign government. I'm not going to go into the who's and the attributing of who did the hacking, but I do want to say that I represent, first of all, those federal employees need to feel they have a government on their side to now protect them. We should have protected them in the first place with security of .gov and certainly our personnel records. Now, Mr. President, in addition to a bill that I've introduced or co-sponsored with my colleague from Maryland, Senator Cardin, we have put in additional credit protection, credit monitoring, and liability protection. But I've also sent a letter to the President today. You know, the President of the United States is not only the Commander-in-Chief, but he is the Chief Executive Officer of something called the United States Government.gov. And therefore, OPM is his HR operation. With all due respect to our president, I've called upon him in behalf of the 300,000 federal employees and federal retirees that I have in my state, that they take additional and immediate action to provide lifetime credit monitoring, a lifetime credit protection, and unlimited liability. And also, we get a new contractor who not only, I know we want to get a new contractor who does security checks, but I want a new contractor who's supposed to be answering the phone, or I want a new contract answering the phone and responding to my federal employees. And I've conveyed that to the new acting director of OPM, Beth Colbert. And I think she has a lot of skill and a lot of knowledge. I know she comes to the White House from the private sector, McKinsey, but I conveyed to her, it is outrageous what is happening to federal employees, where they try to call to get help to find out what has happened to them, and they're on the phone for an hour or 2 hours. When they finally make contact, they get disconnected. I said, there's now our federal employees who we count on, many of whom to protect the nation, and our cyber shield is down to protect them, and we are not also protecting them in terms of our response to our cyber shield being down. Who are these federal employees in Maryland? Well, first of all, there are people who work at the National Institutes of Health, trying to find cures from dreaded diseases, and all the laboratory staff and so on that support them. Or they're over at FDA, or they're over at Goddard Space Agency helping manage the Hubble telescope. In addition to that, we have security, people involved in also direct hands-on national security. Maryland is the home to many foreign service officers. They not only have the information that about their own social security numbers and their own health information, but that of their spouse, their minor children. We're also the home to the National Security Agency. Most of the National Security Agency are made up of civilian DOD personnel with the highest of security clearances. So my feeling is we've got to get in there really quick to protect them. We have to also do something about this contractor that he ups his game, or we tell him up and out. Up your game or up and out. And the third is the president really needs to convene an all hands on deck on how we're going to protect .gov in this country.